very explicit that it's already almost physically impossible.
It's nothing compared to the violent riots we will have in the future.
They want you to feel safe, but you are not safe anymore.
1,5 Grad Ziel ist gescheitert.
We cannot continue to live in two parallel universes. It's just not possible to let it go like that.
Climate justice!
How do we get it?
Just for science, also on the bad news.
Your assembly here is ended now.
Let's unite against climate failure!
Sind diesmal auch wieder so Absperrungen vorgesehen?
Wir machen das jetzt hier, so eine Polizeikette.
We try to connect and just to speak about facts. What is doing the police?
What do we want? What do we want it?
I don't want to be here. I don't see any other way to be listened to. And it hurts to be here.
Children,
our government is failing us. I had to admit climate failure.
I'm afraid of my future. We need to tell everyone that the world is doing nothing about the climate collapse.
Ich bin Luca von der letzten Generation und ich unterstütze jetzt hier während der ganzen Woche in München die Scientist Rebellion, die hier verschiedene Aktionen machen, um da nochmal vor allem darauf hinzuweisen, dass das 1,5 Grad Ziel eben schon lange tot ist. Es wird heute die zweite Aktion sein, die jetzt hier in München stattfindet. Gestern waren wir schon bei BlackRock und haben da vor allem eben auf die Finanzdienstleister nochmal aufmerksam gemacht, dass die eben besonders auch daran beteiligt sind, fossile Projekte eben zu finanzieren.
No, when the light is red here, it's blocking the other line to go.
Heute werden wir eine Straße blockieren.
We stand, he will give us the time to sit. When he says to go, we can already start unrolling the banner.
We do it one more time quickly.
Luca, can you lead the green light, red light?
Green light. And red light.
Go!
Go, go.
Ready? Wait for the signal of Victor. Sit.
Daneben auch noch Showrooms von Luxusautos plakatieren mit entsprechenden Fakten darüber, dass eben auch Elektromobilität nicht auf der Individualmobilität verharren darf, sondern wir insgesamt eine Mobilitätswende brauchen und nicht nur eine Antriebswende. Es werden so ungefähr 15 Leute an der Aktion direkt teilnehmen und dann werden wir noch ungefähr 5 bis 10 Leute eher die Fotos machen, weil wir auch viele Leute von außerhalb Deutschlands haben. Da brauchen wir gerade eben auch deutschsprachige Leute zum Deeskalieren. Und dann werden auch am Donnerstag und am Freitag hier noch Aktionen stattfinden.
Aber das ist ja nicht Ihre Aufgabe, die aber Straftatkosten wollte ich Aufgabe. Das ist Sachbeschädigung. Alter, was soll der Scheiß, Mann? Ja, wir können nur alles machen, aber es muss machen.
Wir sind Scientist Rebellion. Wir sind hier auf der Straße, weil die Regierung versagt.
They don't want you to feel this fear. They don't want you to come out to the streets and protest. They want you to feel safe, but you are not safe anymore. You are not safe anymore. Climate chaos, ecological collapse is coming to get you and get your family.
I am Hugo Raguet. I'm a computer scientist working in a French university. And I'm here today with Scientist Rebellion because we have a very important message. We are glued on the streets to warn the people about the fact that they are not being told the truth about the scientific facts that we already know.
If we don't act now, and if we don't rise up, and if we don't step up, and if we don't take risks, then everything that we love is gonna be taken. They are lying to you. Why don't you accept it? They are lying to you. So we are here non-violently to remind you that. Because you know that science has been clear all these years. We have been doing this alert. We have been raising our voices for more than 30 years. Writing papers, writing to our governments, writing reports. We have been doing this all this time, but it didn't work. People have come out to the streets to demand a green future, green jobs, but that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Okay, thanks.
When I was a kid,
that's why I'm here.
I was already very interested in science, and I was hearing what environmental science had to tell us. Actually, there were some strong doubts about the anthropogenic source of the global warming. Out of cautionary principle, of course, we should have already prepared our society to move towards a carbon-free society, but we didn't do it, and I understand why, because in our society, the way it is organized, we just like to take risks. This is how we go forward.
We are here as scientists and academics to tell you that activism around the world are trying to raise the alarm. Alarm is not comfortable, but we need to see, we need to hear these alarms.
This cautionary principle that we should have followed, we didn't. And I understand why, really. But now I grew up, I studied in science because I was fascinated by how good a tool is science to understand our world. And now, after tremendous efforts, thousands and thousands of scientific papers and discussions and debates, now there is a very, very strong consensus on actually our worst fear about what could happen.
We did an action yesterday. The police were quite fine with us. They didn't mistreat us, but of course then they follow us because they want to make sure we're not doing more actions, but we are still going to try to do actions as much as possible. So yeah, the police have not misbehaved so far that I've seen.
And you came all the way from Spain for this week of action?
Yes.
It's not a matter of opinion anymore. It's not a matter of wanting to take risk or not wanting to take risk. It's a matter of wanting to keep humanity as it looks like right now, or just losing it, just losing everything. And we know it for a fact now. People have to understand that. We cannot just say, oh, that's your opinion and mine is different and I just want to go on with my daily life. It's not possible anymore. Not unless you mistrust science.
And you need to step up.
What do we want? Climate justice! When do we want it? Now!
Die 1,5 Grad, das Ziel, das bis 2100 hätten gehalten werden sollen, werden wir in weniger als 5 Jahren schon das erste Mal mit einer Wahrscheinlichkeit von knapp 50% überschritten haben. In jedem Jahr darauf folgend wird die Wahrscheinlichkeit größer. Was heißt es, dass das 1,5 Grad Ziel beerdigt ist? Die Fluten wie in Pakistan werden in wenigen Jahren auch hier in Deutschland auftreten. Es ist nicht länger sicher, es ist nicht länger so, dass wir sagen, nur die most affected people in area, die Mappa-Staaten des globalen Südens sind betroffen. Nein, Wir alle sind betroffen.
If you're using modern transportation systems, then you're trusting science, I guess. If you're using, I don't know, taking the medical prescription of your medical doctor, then you're trusting science as well. If you're believing that your global positioning system, GPS, is actually telling you your place on the Earth, then you're trusting science. So if you trust science, even in a very practical way, then just trust science also on the bad news.
Das Mindeste, was wir tun können für eine gerechte Welt, für eine klimagerechte Welt, ist die Entschuldung der MAPA-Staaten. Wir müssen das jetzt machen, damit diese Staaten überhaupt in der Lage sind, effektiven Klimaschutz zu begehen. Wenn die 1,5 Grad überschritten sind, und das wird sehr bald sein, dann wird auch hier Hunger, Dürre und Hitze herrschen. Es wird global betrachtet definitiv der kälteste Sommer für den Rest unserer aller Leben gewesen sein.
Trust science on the fact that we are destroying our living condition on Earth. And of course, the main problem is that you cannot feel it directly. We had like some very small troubles that we are knowing, all of us know, that are related to global warming. But that's just a start. And what's coming is much more powerful. And it's gonna disrupt all our societies. Even if you dream of keeping your life as it is now and transmitting it to your children, it's just not possible. It's just not physically possible.
Ich würde gerne als Ingenieur des technischen Umweltschutzes daran arbeiten, CO2 aus der Luft zu holen. Aber der erste und zweite Hauptsatz der Thermodynamik sagen eindeutig, wir brauchen dafür CO2-frei erzeugte Energie. Jetzt aktuell RWE in Nordrhein-Westfalen baggert Windkraftanlagen ab, um Kohle zu gewinnen. Gibt es denn etwas Verrückteres? Kann man denn das überhaupt noch irgendwie beschreiben? Das ist fossiler Wahnsinn. Das muss stoppen, sofort. Wir müssen erneuerbare Energien ausbauen und nicht abreißen, um dafür Kohle zu gewinnen. Sind wir denn alle kollektiv verrückt?
This is something that people have to understand, so that they understand why we are now glued on the street here in Germany, 1,000 kilometers away from my home, because we are all concerned in the same way.
The government has to act now! Act now!
Now!
Join us! Join us! Join us! Join us! Join us!
The government, the big companies, everyone is praising science to bring them so many wonderful tools, and that's true, that's a good thing. But why don't we praise science when it's bringing back bad news as well? Now this scientific consensus has been explained again and again and again.
My name is Fernando Rojas. I'm from Spain. I'm 30 years old, and I'm a higher telecommunications engineer. But I have been working as a computer scientist for 15 years now, until I quit. And I quit because I realized that I was getting money for no future. I don't see any future.
I'm not asking you to read 2,000 pages of complicated science. I'm just asking you to read the summary. And this summary is very explicit on what's going to happen. It's very explicit that it's already almost physically impossible to limit the global warming compared to pre-industrial era temperature. Climate temperature 1.5 degrees is already impossible to avoid.
I would rather be on my desktop with my coffee,
and take your IDs.
Programming, but I understand that that is not the place I must occupy now. I know what is the urgency of the crisis. It is not ethical coherent for me being in that position, because we all must do whatever we could.
So we already know, your government already know, your companies already know that we have to cope with the consequences of that.
Everybody can read the last report of the IPCC. I think everybody who could read it will be able to understand that there is no future. Also for my just born nephew of 2 years old and my niece of 5 years old. I feel a fake of an uncle when I'm with them playing, celebrating birthday, because in the future they will suffer a lot, and they will ask me, what you didn't do, whatever you could do at that moment.
By +2 degrees, we have a large part of the world. We have actually several times a year unlivable conditions. Just by sitting on a bench you die. Because of the heat and the humidity. Just sitting on a bench you die. So the people who live there, and I'm not talking about like some places where there's no one living. I'm talking about Brazil. I'm talking about North of Guinea and Africa. I'm talking about large parts in India and Southeast Asia, Malaysia. You have billions of people living there. And when they see that they cannot live in their home country, what do you think they're going to do? Of course they're going to turn to us. And that's +2 degrees. You know what? It's written explicitly in the IPCC report summary for policymakers. Our path right now, with the laws that we have, it's not +2 degrees. Which is expected. It's fucking +3.2 degrees. It's gonna be starvation and war everywhere, including here in Bavaria.
I have to stay now if I want to be morally coherent. And also, I think a non-violent protest like this is nothing compared to the violent riots we will have in the future.
It's written explicitly, so if you haven't been told, I'm sorry, you really have been lied to. You have to understand that, and that's why here, as a scientist, we have no other option than breaking the laws. We have to come here, sit down on the streets, pissing you off, because you've been lied to, and you have to know, you deserve the truth. You also have to think for yourself, what makes sense in your life? What do you care for? What about the art? What about the culture? What about the science? What about what makes us great as humanity? In a society where you're only war and starvation, this is just destroyed. Of course I'm going to talk about future generations. I have to say it. I'm really sorry. I'm actually the father of 2 young children. It's just not possible to let it go like that because we know it's happening. Okay? And then what am I supposed to say to them? I know it. I document it. And you have to ask yourself, really, what am I going to say to them? What did I do to prevent it? That's really important that you take a step away from your daily life.
We try to glue papers on the walls with all the data, all the information for the people to read. As scientists, we want to be next to the people and give all the information, but the people from Cupra pushed us away and also throw my friend to the floor. The whole community, the whole people should be with us now.
What do we want? Climate justice! When do we want it? Now! How do we do it?
Debt cancellation!
Colonialism in this couple of centuries is not ended. Now the new colonialism is the financial debt and the link from IMF and World Bank to the poorest countries that are suffering, that are being killed because they have to pay a debt to the northern country. We have a global demand. We have to cancel the debt of the global south. Pakistan has a climate debt of 12 billion euros that has to pay to the global north. These floods has been calculated to have been damaging as an amount of 30 billion euros. How can Pakistan pay his climate debt? We are asking for the public to level with us, to listen what the science is saying. We cannot continue to live in 2 parallel universes. So, listen to the science and join us, please.
What do we want? Climate justice! And when do we want it? Now! Scientists! Rebellion! Scientists! Rebellion! Scientists! Rebellion!
Unless we go towards a drastic again, not in the next decade. So this is something that must happen now. And this is not happening. Dear people of Munich, I'm sorry for not speaking German today, and many of us are not German. On the contrary, well, many people will tell you something is happening, but it's plain greenwashing. And again, this is just a scientific opinion. You look at the figures, you look what's being done, and you look what should be done, and what is being said, and there is a mismatch. That's it. So here we just come to tell you this. And we come also to put forward some demands which are actually quite simple, in Germany especially. Well, here we could have a limit of 100 kilometers an hour on the highway. Many people here, they like the car, they like to drive freely and fast. But this is plainly incompatible with the survival of your fellow citizens. If you continue doing this, if you continue having cars like in the shops we see around here, that basically emits maybe twice, 3 times, 4 times more than a simple car.
Police is asking, until when are we willing to stay here blocking the road?
To declare, that's it. That's it.
And we are not violent. We're trying to avoid violence. That's why we are here.
Ich sehe Sie alle jetzt gerade eben als Versammlung, so wertet das die Polizei. Wir weisen Ihnen jetzt eine Versammlungsfläche zu, weil Sie hier die komplette Straße blockieren. Ich muss es jetzt trotzdem auf Deutsch sagen, der Herr Metzler-Kick spricht zum Beispiel Deutsch und er ist gerade Redelsführer, weil er das Mikrofon in der Hand hat. Ich würde Ihnen die Versammlungsfläche zuweisen, hier auf der linken Seite. Da kann der Verkehr hier durchfahren. Wenn Sie dem Ganzen nicht nachkommen, müssten wir Sie später notfalls mit unmittelbarem Zwang von der Straße entfernen. Also hiermit die Aufforderung, dass Sie sich bitte von der Straße entfernen und links auf die Versammlungsfläche begeben. Herr Metzler-Kick, Sie haben das soweit verstanden? Wenn Sie...
Jetzt aktuelle Sommer, kälteste Sommer global betrachtet für den Rest unser aller Leben. Wir haben jetzt erst 1,2 Grad weltweit. Aber das wird in Bälde sich einfach umkehren. Wir werden überall diese Fluten haben, auch hier in Deutschland. Wir brauchen nicht glauben, dass in einer Welt, in der keine Ernte mehr wächst, wir irgendwie aus magischen Gründen genug zu essen in den Supermärkten haben werden. Zusätzlich werden ganz viele Menschen zu uns kommen. Und ich möchte wirklich hoffen, dass die Menschheit die Ideologie der AfD nicht vertritt und dass wir diese Menschen hier auch willkommen heißen können und nicht anfangen, massiv Menschen zu ermorden. Es ist quasi so, als würden wir
nicht mehr zwischen der Polizei und der Versammlung.
Die Staaten
Also ich würde schon gerne ein paar Interviews führen, ehrlich gesagt.
nicht mehr wehren können. Es wird immer heißer werden. Die Meeresspiegel steigen immer weiter an. Bangladesch ist ganz sicher bereits jetzt davon betroffen,
Also keine Einschränkung der Presse.
zu verschwinden. Ebenso wie Florida.
Polizei wenden und dann zusammen mit denen das abklären.
Wir machen hier eine Absperrung.
Ich kenne Sie von
Ja,
der
wir haben es schon mal bei
Generation,
irgendeiner Straßenblockade gesehen. Da lassen wir keinen rein. Das
Sind diesmal auch wieder so Absperrungen vorgesehen?
Wir machen das jetzt hier so eine Polizeikette durch Beamte und da können Sie dann nicht mehr rein. Ne? Das ist jetzt
Also auch keine Interviews?
Nee.
Können Sie mir das begründen?
Ja, habe ich. Das ist jetzt hier eine Einsatzörtlichkeit, da wird gearbeitet, die sperren wir ab. Das ist normales, routinemäßiges Verfahren.
Genau, das war ja Ihre Argumentation
Ja, so ist es
auch
halt, ne?
letztes Mal.
Ja, so ist
Aber
halt,
es gibt ja eigentlich keinen stichhaltigen Grund, weil als Journalist oder Journalistin letztendlich könnte man ja schon weiter Interviews führen. Also wir behindern das.
Wenn wir mit Leuten arbeiten und mit denen interagieren, reden, gibt es keine Interviews. Da haben Sie auch das Problem Vertraulichkeit des Wortes und anderes. Das ist kein öffentlich gesprochenes Wort, was Sie mit denen ausfallen. Das ist einfach so. Sie können auch so bei Straftaten an Tatorten. Es gibt halt immer einen Arbeitsbereich in der Polizei und da ist dann einfach Schluss für Medien. Das ist so einfach. Ne?
So, hiermit die zweite Ansprache. Sie haben jetzt noch mal die Chance, dass Sie sich lösen, aber mit der angewiesenen Versammlungsweise Sie auch und Sie dann Zwang ablösen. Alles klar.
What do we want? Climate justice! And when do we want it? Now! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Climate justice! When do we want it? Now! When do we want it? Now! When do we want it? Now! Are we going? No! No!
Also ein bisschen noch zurück, bitte. Einen Schritt noch zurück.
Mittlerweile hat die Polizei die Situation abgesperrt, kommt kein Verkehr mehr durch. Und die Polizei hat die Protestierenden angewiesen, den Versammlungsort auf der Straße zu verlassen und den legalen Versammlungsort zu wählen. Dem scheinen die Protestierenden nicht nachzukommen. Und die haben, denke ich, vor, so lange wie möglich zu bleiben. Und darum wird sich jetzt wohl die Polizei kümmern.
Don't ignore science! Don't ignore science! People united can never be defeated! Let's unite against climate failures! Climate justice now! Power! Power!
Das ist ein Klimaversagen. Climate Failure. Klimaversagen der Bundesregierung und aller Regierungen.
You were with us. We tried to connect and just to speak about facts and about global warming. What is doing the police? You are behind now. You are far from us. How it is possible in this society when we try to connect, you are pushing behind. We need to change that now. We need to connect more everywhere when we can. Please, we need to do that now or it will be too late.
Gehen wir darüber. Sie haben ja schon echt viele Fotos gemacht, oder? Journalisten.
Scientists! Antonio Gutierrez said that we are in a code red for humanity. He said that sometimes governments like to portray climate activists as dangerous radicals and dangerous criminals. But the real criminals and the dangerous radicals are the people, the governments, and the corporations that want to continue burning fossil fuels. We must stop them now.
Okay, your assembly here is ended now. It was 13:32, and so you have to leave the location here immediately unless you commit another offense. Second, we will check your identity, and third, you will be brought to the head of police office here, and there we will check the other measures. You get me? All right.
Unsere Kinder werden entscheiden, wer die wahren Kriminellen sind.
Don't let them be separated. Gloria!
Wohin? Alles gut, wir laufen gleich.
We are non-violent! 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 We are non-violent!
Hier, wo wir jetzt sitzen, ist definitiv ein gefährdeter Bereich. Sobald der Sylvenstein-Stausee einmal bricht.
You are not alone!
1.5 degrees was the goal! It's over!
Wir schlagen Alarm! Diese Welt brennt! Unsere Häuser sind jetzt schon vom Funkenflug betroffen. Das, was wir jetzt an Erhitzung mitbekommen, ist ein leiser Vorgeschmack.
So you're the next person. Hey, move on.
Windräder werden abgerissen, damit mehr Kohle verheizt werden kann. Wir Menschheit sind wirklich kurz davor, uns selbst auszulöschen. Wollen wir weiterhin tatenlos mit ansehen? Schließt euch uns an! Hockt euch auf die Straße! Nehmt es nicht länger hin!
Ja, Regeln hier, es muss die Polizei lang gehen können.
What do we want?
Climate justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
When do we want it?
Now! Scientists!
Rebellion!
Scientists!
Rebellion!
Yeah, stand up or we have to take you.
Is this the way to treat the scientists? Is this what science deserves?
Listen to science!
Don't ignore the science!
Don't ignore the science!
Don't ignore the science! Don't ignore the science! Don't ignore the science! Don't ignore the science!
Now we have to go with us. Please check your identity. Please go over there.
He just told me that I can stay here as long as I don't disturb the arrests. And now you're arrested.
Are you on or should we carry you away? Okay. So don't resist.
Seid ihr Versammlung? Die Versammlung
Nein.
You are not alone! 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 You
the activists, as long as it doesn't interfere with other people being arrested. They don't want people to know what's happening, to go out, they don't want any interviews. So of course they're arresting first the people that are taking videos, the people who are...
You are not alone! You are not alone! You are not alone!
Er hat gesagt, er muss Aktivisten.
Artikel 2, Absatz 2, Satz 1 des deutschen Grundgesetzes. Das Recht auf Leben wird von unserer Regierung mit Füßen getreten.
If you resist, you're going to commit a criminal offence according to the German law.
What do we want? Climate justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Climate justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Climate justice! When do we want it? Now!
Alright, then stand up. Stand up.
Disobedience! You are not alone! You are not alone! You are not alone! You are not alone! Children will judge! 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 You are not alone! You are not alone! You are not alone!
We'll do whatever it takes to be heard! People have to hear the truth!
Keep oil in the ground! Just keep oil in the ground! Wir sind Scientist Rebellion. Wir sitzen hier.
Reichsberg seid ihr! Im Nord sind kein Wissenschaftler, das ist ein Sekretär! Ihr könnt doch nicht mal Englisch!
Schön, dass du das sagst, Kollege. Ganz lustig.
Ja, du bist ein Trottel, ganz ehrlich. Bravo!
Danke. Wir haben jetzt 1,3 Grad weltweit. 1,3 Grad.
Who do you protect? Who do you protect? Who do you protect?
Ein Hektar Hartholzwald kann 12 Tonnen CO2 im Jahr binden, während er wächst. Dann sind 16 Gigatonnen eine Landfläche an Wald wie das 1,3-fache von Europa. Aber wir bauen keine neuen Wälder an. Wir holzen ständig ab. In der Minute werden 3 Fußballfelder an Wald von diesem Planeten einfach vernichtet. Wir Menschen bewegen uns mit voller Kraft mitten in die Katastrophe hinein. Selbst bei dem Reduktionsszenario, wo wir CO2 aktiv aus der Erde herausholen, selbst da hätte nur die Chance bestanden, von weniger als 63% die 1,5 Grad zu halten. CO2 ist wie eine Isolierschicht. Sonnenenergie trifft auf die Erde, wird in Wärmestrahlung umgewandelt und verlässt die Erde wieder in Richtung Weltall. Je mehr CO2 wir aufbringen, umso weniger Infrarotstrahlung, umso weniger Wärmestrahlung kann herausdringen. Umso heißer wird es werden. Die Regierung muss endlich zugeben, dass das 1,5 Grad Ziel nicht haltbar ist.
We don't want to be here. We want to be heard. I don't want to be here, but I don't see any other way to be listened to. History has shown us that civil resistance is the only thing that can save us with the few time that is given to us. It is not a thing that I would have done in my life. But now I think that it is the only sensible thing that we can do in this time of history. I would like to be at my PhD laboratory, but I don't see any sense being there, because for 30 years and more science has been produced and been systematically ignored. So, in order to be listened to, we need to break the law. As most important figures in history has shown, we need to learn from Martin Luther King, from Gandhi, from Mandela, from the suffragettes. And now it is time to rise up all together in a non-violent way in order to be listened to and force government to change. Otherwise, they will not change. I will do this regardless of the consequences, because I am more scared about our current trajectory than to the consequences of myself. I feel connected with all people around the world because we are not individuals, we are citizens, we are collective people. We are forgetting this. Every day we wake up and we live our self-life. But we are humanity. We are only one organism with this earth. And it hurts to be here. But it is much more a thing that I need to do, to not feel guilty, to not be a bystander. If not you, who? If not now, when? Come and join us.
Sarah, sollen wir machen oder?
You are not alone. 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 Children will judge. 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 Our government is failing us. We have to admit climate failure. We are going towards climate collapse.
The time to act is now. Science is clear. As scientists, we have the moral duty to take part.
Aber wenn Sie mit mir nicht reden wollen, wir können ja einen Modus finden, weil Sie verstehen mich ja. Dann müssen Sie, wenn ich Sie anspreche, nicht mit mir reden, aber wir können ja eine Gestik vereinbaren, dass ich weiß, ob meine Ansprache irgendwie von Ihnen angekommen ist. Oder können wir sowas machen? Ich schlage Ihnen jetzt mal ein Verstandenzeichen vor, den linken Daumen hoch. Haben Sie mich verstanden? Haben wir nicht? Gut. Dann schauen wir mal, wie wir das weitermachen.
I'm afraid of my future.
Last chance. We're going to take you now. You resist.
I won't resist. I'm just doing this peacefully. Because children will judge us. Because we need to speak up. We need to tell everyone that the world
is doing nothing about the climate collapse.
What are your thoughts right now?
I came here, all the way from France, and the scientists, when they left my lab, just 1.5 degrees down.
Wir wollen jetzt innerhalb von diesem Gehwegbereich, ne?